Balmain team is as selected. No change in Balmain. Alan McMahon, who played full-back for Australia in the game against France yesterday, played on the wing for Australia, has come through unscathed and is in the side. One change in the South Sydney side. The informed fullback Steve Little is out with a hamstring injury. His place has been taken by Grant Jones. South Sydney's Australian representative Terry Fay also came through yesterday's game well and is in the side. Cox with a 50-metre goal attempt, centre of the halfway line, but it's not going to have the distance. Down nicely to Jones of South Sydney, and the fullback back to his own quarter line. Piggins at dummy half, Miller. Two points to nil in favour of Balmain as it goes from Mara to Annabelle. And a good run, Annabelle. Porter now almost to the halfway line. Mara, Sinclair, Mackay, and lost out there by the fullback Jones. It's Balmain's ball. Pringle held in possession just in his own half. A roar from the crowd there, but Piggins was hitting at the ball then, not at the player.
Well, Souths can't afford to make these errors. They're giving possession, easy possession back to Balmain, and Souths can't afford to do this. Very interesting to see also that Annabelle breaking that first line for South Sydney. We'll need to see a lot more of that happening for Souths.
This is Lockwood. Inside was Maybury, and now Cox and Labors. Back to Cox. He's got Fish outside. Now it's Fish. And the dummy inside to Bendel, not taken by the South Sydney defence. Fay the tackler. Bendel, Cox, topless. And away nicely there to, who is it? Out now to McMahon, in from full back. Passed by Wiggum it was to McMahon. And now it comes on the blind side to Pringle. Inside is Boland. Not a good pass. Edwards might get it though. Yes, it's Edwards in possession and 5 tackles gone. Cox with the high kick. Jones underneath it. Takes it well, but he's lost it. Close to the line, it's Edwards, and Edwards will score. The first try of the game, scored by Edwards for Balmain, and it's 5 points to nil.
Balmain are looking very confident at the moment, and why shouldn't they with this lovely 7-point lead? But they're passing very wide of the ruck. They're getting this ball well and truly away from the ruck, cross wide. Lockwood with Trevor Ryan there, but Lockwood is obviously coming into the play a lot more. When they find that they can't play it tight, they're shotting 2 quick passes out wide, and they're opening it right up. You've got Pringle out wide, you've got McMahon chiming into the attack. It looks very dicey for Souths at the moment.
And there's Bendel, and a good break by Bendel. He's got the winger with him, and now it's Fish inside the quarter. Good tackle from behind by Sinclair. Balmain inside the South Sydney quarter line, leading by 7 points to nil. Swift with a free kick to Piggins, Mara, Mackay. Piggins, Annabelle.
This is where Souths are having problems at the moment. They can't break this front line, this first line of Balmain's, and as a result, the outside defence of Balmain are tying them right up.
There's a good break by Wright, and he's got Sinclair with him, and Sinclair is going in for a try. That's a good try indeed. Wright making the break, putting Sinclair in for the try, and that makes it 7 points to 3 with a kick to come. Sinclair's ball into the scrum, and it's South ball out of it. Sinclair, and through the gap nicely. Where's the support now? John Byrne is coming up, so too is the winger, and that's Swift from the wing. Good play by South Sydney, and there's still plenty of support. That's right. And now it's Mara, just short of the quarter line in Balmain's half, and Balmain a bit slow getting back here as it goes out to Byrne, and on to Fay, but he's gone without it. Bad luck for South Sydney. Fay leaving that ball behind, and now it's Lavers for Balmain. The Balmain quarter line.
Well done, Mike Fish. That could have been dangerous for Balmain if that ball had been able to, or be allowed to go into touch. Would have put Souths the scrum down, and with Souths well and truly on the attack, it could have been danger for Balmain.
Balmain in possession. This is Bendel through the first line. Right on the halfway line now. Bendel for Balmain. From Maybury to Cox, and out to Topless, and now Wiggum. Oh, lovely tackle from Wall, but not held in the tackle. Wiggum for Balmain. Back to Fish and into Topless. Lockwood. Nicely away to Ryan. But there's another great tackle from Wall for South Sydney. 5 tackles gone. Lockwood, McMahon, and that's a kick for the touchline. And only 2 points in it. Balmain leading South Sydney by 9 points to 7. And can South Sydney come back and win this game now and score their second win over Balmain of this season? In the first round, South Sydney defeated Balmain by 2 points, 16-14 at Redfern Oval, and this is going to be another very close match. Brian Lockwood has been left on the ground, hurt. There's a touch judge coming onto the field of play to report the incident to the referee. He's been one of the real danger men as far as South Sydney is concerned. George Piggins waiting until the referee has a good look at Brian Lockwood. And it looks as if George Piggins has been sent off. The referee has, I thought he pointed towards the dressing room.
Yes, he's
Yes,
off.
Piggins has been. Mabry at dummy half. Lockwood. Pringle quickly to McMahon. Good defence from South Sydney. Fish. Lockwood again. Chased by Fay and tackled by Fay and Annabelle. 5 tackles gone. Mabry, Cox, Topless, and Balmain centres coming through after this one. Wigham has got it, and now it's Boland on the wing, but a good tackle by Jones back into Bendel, and that will be tackle number 6, just short of South's quarter line. It's a South Sydney ball, away to right, and Jones in from fullback. Now away through Wall and right to Byrne in the centre, and out of a tackle. Byrne down towards the halfway line, but not a good pass. Picked up by Wright though. And now to Wall. Wall over the halfway line. Good play, South Sydney. Wall about 12 metres in Balmain's half. Swift on the wing into Sinclair and Wright, and now it's Mackay. 10 metres short of the Balmain quarter line. South looking good with the ball. Away it comes to Sinclair and Byrne. And on to Fay, but he's gone without it again. Cox for Balmain, tackled. A few metres outside the quarter line, Balmain's end. Topless, Mabry. And Wright hurt his arm in that tackle of the Balmain hooker. Through Lockwood, it's gone to Topless, and now Bendel in the centre. He's beaten Wall over the halfway line. That's McMahon backing up and inside. It's Boland, and Boland's on his way to the line. Caught by Sinclair. Good tackle. Close to the line. Now the South Sydney defence nearly shot to pieces here as the ball is passed towards Topless. But Topless is caught by a South Sydney player offside. Coming back from well behind the play. Cox with a free kick. Mabry. Lockwood. Mabry. And Pringle coming hard up the centre. Pringle to play it now. Mabry, Lockwood. Inside is Topless. Topless about 10 metres out from the line. Mabry, Lockwood. Lockwood himself after the dummy. And only 5 metres out now. Lockwood to play it for Balmain. Mabry. Through Topless to Ryan. Back to Topless, and there's the line. Topless will score. Topless in, and the score is now 12 points to 7 in favour of Balmain.
And I think that's justice as far as David Topless's game is concerned. He's had a top game here, and like Ian Miller has had a very good game today. They're going to have to do a lot more work now. There's another fellow, Glenn Porter, who's had a marvellous game. He's done a tremendous amount of work today. Tremendous work rate, particularly in defence, always willing to take that ball up.
Now that kick has been touched by Balmain, but the referee has indicated, or hasn't indicated the tackle count restarts because it was accidentally touched by a Balmain player, and this is Byrne for South Sydney inside the quarter. Oh, and the winger was there with him, but Byrne unable to offload the ball. Swift, the winger, now in possession to Sinclair, reversed to Mara. Mara about 10 metres out from the Balmain line. Good football, South Sydney. Back it comes to Sinclair and on to Swift. Swift is held, still 10 metres out, but he got the ball back to Sinclair. And now it's Stewart. Stewart about 5 metres out from the line. Back it comes to Jones at dummy half, and on to Mara, out to Wall, and now to Wright, but there's nobody outside him. But there's Wall backing up again, and Wall for the corner, but well caught only a few metres out. 5 tackles gone for South Sydney as the ball's played. Sinclair gets it into Mara, the up and under, and is coming down about 8 metres out. The ball into the hands of a Balmain player. It's fullback Alan McMahon, tackled in goal, and so it will be a goal line dropout. McMahon to take the dropout from the Balmain goal line. A long kick, well taken by winger Swift. Coming back towards the Balmain quarter line. Got a nice pass to Mackay. Mackay inside the quarter. Good football, South Sydney once more. And it's Stewart at dummy half. Away to Mara. The pressure back on Balmain as Byrne takes it in the centre. Back it goes again to Porter. Porter about 15 metres out from the line. Stewart at dummy half. Now through Sinclair. Out to Wright. And on to... Jones the fullback, and now it's Sinclair on the blind side. Back to Jones, and Jones is through the gap, and he'll score. It's a try by fullback Jones, and what a great try for South Sydney, with one player sent off and another one on the ground. Fay just short of the halfway line. Wall and Annabelle making more ground for South Sydney. 5 tackles gone.
He's had a marvellous game today, Bill Annabelle. He's been in the thick of it. Very hard, strong running game.
Wall with a kick. Very high one, and South Sydney centre Byrne and winger Swift going after it. Collision between McMahon and Boland there. But it's by Trevor Ryan of Balmain. Stewart back to Mara for the kick. And that's behind the winger Boland, but he's recovered nicely. McMahon with him as he runs. Boland takes the tackle just short of halfway. 12-10 in favour of Balmain. We're inside the last 8 minutes of the game. Boland to Edwards. Good tackle by Porter. Mabry, Lockwood. And backing up Pringle, straight up the middle. He's got support, but Topless has overrun it. And it's knocked on by South Sydney, so the scrum will go down. And that one came out to Balmain. Stewart is hooking, of course, for South Sydney. He is a hooker. He's the reserve grade hooker. And with Piggins off, undoubtedly, that's why they made the change. But now it's McMahon in the attack for Balmain. Got it away nicely to Wigham. Wigham close, only a few metres out from the line, and Balmain now on the attack. Cox at dummy half. And on to Topless, back to Cox. Edwards. Mabry. And Mabry pulled down about 5 or 6 metres out from the line. South Sydney right under pressure now as it comes out to Lockwood. And then back to Pringle coming through on the burst, and Pringle almost to the line. That's the rehearsed movement, which has scored 2 or 3 tries for Balmain, but not this time. On it goes to Lockwood. And he's knocked over, lost the ball, picked up by another Balmain player who's over the line. Yes, it's a try. It's a try for Balmain. The try scorer, Dennis Bendel, and that makes it is about to be made. Alan McMahon coming over towards the touchline now, and McDowell goes on. And it's Balmain in possession. Balmain leading 17-10. And Cox ankle tap there by Terry Fay. 10 metres short of the halfway line. Topless to Edwards, Lockwood, Ryan to Bendel. Loose pass now, picked up by Wigham, and now it's Boland. Out of Wright's tackle. Back now to Ryan. Ryan over the quarter line, out of another tackle, and Ryan is going to score. I think he's over the line, but he's lost it. But however, the referee is right back where he put his foot over the touch line. The touch judge's flag is up just inside the quarter line. Ryan had stepped into touch, and so it's a scrum. Only 2 minutes left now as the ball is fed into the scrum, and it's out to South Sydney. Pass to Wright. 10 metres outside his own quarter line. Right to play it for South Sydney. Jones at dummy half to Wall and Porter.
What a tremendous effort. What a great game of rugby league it's been. It's taken Balmain a tremendous amount of hard work, and they had to throw everything at Souths to win this match. 17-10, it's virtually over. But what a tremendous performance put on by the South Sydney fellows. One man down for the majority of this half, tremendous effort. There's been some wonderful players in Bill Annabelle. He had to keep at it. Ian Mackay, always a worker. Gary Wright and the game of David Sinclair, the South Sydney halfback. What a tremendous game.
And here's the great break by John Byrne, and he's got support inside in Jones. Jones was held by the jersey by Cox, but a good pass out to the wing, and Swift is in for South Sydney. What a great try by South Sydney. Swift the scorer, and it's 17 points in favour of Balmain, and we should hear the hooter any moment from now. Balmain's Cox bringing the ball up to the halfway line. And there's the hooter, so there'll be no kick-off. The game is over. Balmain has beaten South Sydney 17-13.